Hey guys, how are you? So today I'm going to dive right in and I'm going to tell you that we are going to make a nice sword, a nice character that is holding a sword or any weapon that you want that is kind of like a sword. So let's get to it. The first thing that you want to do is to actually import some mesh for a sword. I have my model here for the sword. And now what we are going to do is we are going to create a new blueprint class for our sword. We're going to choose an actor and I'm going to call this my sword. Okay, now it's working. So inside the blueprint, what you want to do is to add a static mesh component. And for the static mesh here, you are going to choose the sword, your model. And very important, you are going to scroll down or just type collision here. And instead of collision preset block all dynamic, you must choose no collision whatsoever. So we won't have any issues when the sword is colliding in the ground, when you're running or something like that. Okay, so now if you want to drag the sword into the world, let's say we're dragging it, you want to make sure that the pivot point of your sword is on the handle. And to do that, you are going to select the sword, you are going to the modeling tab, and let's see, this is hard to find sometimes. What you need to do, yeah, so on the X form you need to go to edit pivot, and what you want to do is just move the pivot point around to where it wants to be dragged. So you are just moving it. For me it's okay, so I don't have anything to apply. I'm going to click accept. And what you are going to do now, let's close this, we don't need this anymore. Okay, what you want to do now, let's go into the selection mode again, and we are going for to the mannequin, to our character mannequin. We are going for meshes, the SK mannequin, so this is the default for the third person template, and we are going to find where we want to place the sword. So in my case I would want it in the right hand of this model. So to do that, what you have to do is to find this bone, and I know for a fact that this is hand right, as you can see, and you're going to right click it. We are going to add a socket, and I'm going to call this let's say hand R weapon socket. Nice. And what you have to do now is you are going to place it exactly where the sword you want to be. So in my case it should be something around here in the palm. Right here, I'm going to grab the handle. Okay, that looks nice. Yeah, I think it's okay. And if you want to preview, you have a preview mesh right here, and we can choose the I'm sorry, so you can preview asset here, and you can choose a sword. So you can actually see that my sword right now isn't looking great. So what we have to do, or exactly in my case, I need to go back to the blueprint. So let's go to my blueprint for the sword. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to scale this to be a little smaller so we can see it. Let's say 0.4. Okay, let's go back to the mannequin. This won't take effect now, but for later. Okay, so for the preview, what we have to do now, you can edit here the scales, 0.4 for example, and you're going to rotate the way that you want. So for me, let's say something like this would be okay, and I'm also going to move it a bit. Yeah, it's gonna take some time to get this right. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know. Yeah, I guess something like that. Okay, let's say so. It looks kind of good. Maybe like this. Something like that. Okay, nobody is going to see. Okay, nice. Now what we have to do is go back to your BP third person character, and let's start working on the logic to place the sword in the hand. So we are going to need a begin play. So on begin play event, and right now let's say we are going to drag this to a spawn actor node, and what we want to do is we are going to need to spawn an actor which will be my sword. Spawn actor. Okay, this is not going to be found. Spawn actor. Okay, this is weird. Oh, I found it. Nice. Spawn actor here. Okay, so what we want to do is we are going to need the character mesh, and we're getting the socket transform. So get the socket transform, and you need to plug in the exact name from the socket. So the socket name must be this one. So you're just going to press F2 and copy this, and you're going to paste this here. And from the output of this, the return value must be the spawn transform. Okay. And now what's left to do is just the class. So we must choose what spawn actor we want. So we want my sword. Nice. And here we just want to attach the actor to our component. So in our case, we are going to choose a attach actor to component. Okay. We're going to take the mesh of the character again. We're going to put it here in the parent because the character is the parent. And right now we want to attach the sword to the actor component, just like that. So in the location rule, we are just going to do snap to target, snap to target, snap to target for rotation, scale, and location. We are also going to untick this for non-predictable results. So right now, if we save anything, we are going to see that the sword is placed. Okay, let's see what that is. So the thing, this is why, because we haven't placed the socket name when we are attaching to the components. We are going to copy it from here, we are going to place it here. So basically what it did, it was that it attached to the actor component to our player, but it attached to the root, which in this case were its legs. So as you can see, right now we have the sword. So in my case, I'm going to scale this back to 1. So let's see. Okay, we have the sword. Nice. It looks a little bit off, so if you press F8 to get out of the character, you can see, yeah, it looks a little bit off. So you must take your time and really adjust this into the mannequin, you know, to actually make it look perfect. but that depends on how lengthy the sword it is and things like that, because if you have a greater sword like this, you know, I mean, you have to kind of edit everything perfectly. So in the cases where you want to edit, for example, an animation, what you can do is you are going to go here, we are going to preview an animation, and let's say for the running animation, which in my case is jog forward, I think. Let's see if I found it. I find it. So this one, you can preview, and if you can pause, and you can actually preview what happens to the sword during the animation. And if you are not happy with some of the frames, you can just come here and let's say, no, I want on this frame the sword to be just like this. And now maybe if you go back after you save, you can see that it's going like this, and it only happens in that frame. So if you go back, because we don't like this, you can just come here for any animation and edit it. So that's pretty much it. So recap, what you have to do is to add a new socket to the SK Manequin, and we attached it on the hand, on the right hand. What you also should be careful would be on the static mesh, you have to have the collision, and the collision of this must be for the collision preset, no collision. And also you must put the right socket name in the attach actor component and on get socket transform component. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.